Hello my family, welcome and welcome to our YouTube channel. I go by the name Max1 from Kenya. Yeah, it is another chilly morning that God has granted unto us. Yeah, so for the new subscribers, thank you for joining. This is the right channel where you're supposed to be, so that you get the right information the way it comes from this village of Nyabohansi. Yeah, so let me take this chance to greet you my people. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Tell me where you're watching from and tell me what you think about this video, because this video is a very interesting video that is fishing out, even those people who think that they are so intelligent are doing things, fooling people here and there. We are going to expose them here. Yeah, so like the video, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Let us road to 4,000 subscribers. We are remaining with just a few number of our family, so that we reach 4,000 subscribers. Slowly by slowly, those who think that we are not growing, we are growing. Yeah, because for us, we are not here to do the shortcuts. We are here to always, put hard work, to always inject the correct things that we have to inject. We are here to do this reaction content without being biased, without being uh, bribed by anyone, without being forced, without being told that to do this, do that. No. Me as Max One, I speak what I speak because I know even in the Almighty God who is in heaven knows that Max One is speaking the truth and the truth itself. So my family, on our table, we shall be having crucial matter to discuss. And for the intelligent people, and I know my family are always intelligent, you are learned, you are focused, you are determined, and what you see seated, like I'm seated right now, even if the subscribers of those people who thinks that they're the one trying to make other people's lives difficult in this village, they won't see it even when they climb a very tall tree. So on our table we shall be having Nasto. Nasto and Mayuguno. You know Nasto, they have attacked the reactors, more especially the reactors from the village. They want to be beating them up and down. Beating them up and down. Trying to tell us how the border is. If it was at the border, the reactors could have died long time ago. That is Mayuguno. Nasto is there trying to Nasto is always there pumping, he want to pump. Then energy. When all he want to light the fire, for him he'll bring the firewood, he'll bring the matchbox, he'll bring all the materials, but when it reaches a time when he want to put the fire, he runs away. He leaves now people burning. And we know him very well. So today I'll be exposing Nasto, because Nasto thinks that he's very intelligent. And me, I had been so quiet. I didn't want even to speak about these issues, because sometimes I usually say, it will reach a time where they will understand themselves and they will do a right thing at the right time. But the more Max One is keeping quiet, trying to focus to other things, they are there like, oh, Max One, you're not seeing us. Max One, why are you not speaking about us? Let us say that we are going to beat Max One up. Let us say that we are going to give a discipline to Max One. Let us speak that Max One is the one doing this. But I'm here. And when a baby when a baby says that he's hungry, as a parent, what do? You give him food, right? So these young boys, they have come for me, and me as a king, me as a parent, let me inject them, let me tell them what the right thing that they're supposed to do. So Nasto and Mayuguno, I'll be coming to analyze it in details. Let me just highlight it, because we have so many people on our table. Let me highlight, then I'll come to the reaction itself. So Nasto and Mayuguno, what they are trying to do, they are attacking the reactors. Eh? They are attacking the reactors from the village. Also, we are having Ayamaro. Ayamaro is on our table. And Ayamaro is, I don't know if he forgets easily. He always forgets so easily. But he just claim like, I have so many things in my head, and that is why I do forget. He has betrayed Rocio, her wife's agreement, plus the entire family agreement. And that is why Dimwango ran out of the village, because Dimwango doesn't want any people to disturb her. That, oh, I want shoutouts, I want these. So when Dimwango realized that Ayamaro had given out an invitation card, an invitation letter for the international visitors, for those people who have got money to come to the village, Dimwango says, I don't want to be used, because I know the only person who is going to gain is my brother Ayamaro. So what am I going to do? Let me just fly out, go to Mombasa, go to cook for my dogs, and pretend like I have traveled. Although there's a big multi-million project that I want to start here, but I don't care. Marwa has betrayed the family agreement, and I'll be telling you the agreements that they had. The agreement that they had put together. He has betrayed it. You know, sometimes I usually laugh. And on top of that, you know, this is a begging season, right? I told you from the word go, this is a begging season. And who is the leader of all these things in the village? You know, those that they worship, those that they say is the one who brought this, brought that, brought this. I was shocked to see him saying that I have a debt of 4,000 US dollars. A debt. Which debt? From which company? Because we know from a village here, no one can even afford to give you material for free. No one. Because you know the economy of the villagers here. No one can afford. He was saying that he has brought the ballast. You know the ballast, those small stones, those that they have been cracked to be small stones to make the concrete. The mixture of sand and those ballasts and the cement, they come up with the concrete. He was saying that one tipper is 33,000. One tipper is 33,000. 33,000. But yesterday when I tried to call out, I was told that one tipper right now, because it has gone a little bit high. At that time, when I was starting building my house, I brought one tipper. And I paid 16,000. I paid 15,500. But right now, when I asked, that ballast is now 22,000. You know, sometimes let us be realistic. Let us try and be realistic, because for him we were saying that it is 33,000, but for me, maybe is the person who is selling for me is a little bit down more than the person that is buying from, because for him it is 33,000. That is 300 plus dollars for him, but for me, the one that I asked, it is $200. $200, you get the ballast. So it's a begging season, right? And I'm telling you, there's a lot that I'm going to address here, and you'll be left speechless. So let me address those three things, those three crucial things, and the others will follow. Others, you know, they will just follow. So let me start with these people known as Nasto, these small boys in the village. It is only money, you know. It's only that the subscribers, they are the one making them to look like they're big people. But in the real sense, uh, when you see them, even from the village here, the way they behave, they're small boys. But I was shocked yesterday when Mayuguno and Nasto. I remember there's a time when, just 3 days ago, I saw Majakei. They were with Mayuguno. They were doing the content. But I never saw Majakei attacking the reactors. But yesterday, when I watched Mayuguno and Nasto, they were attacking the reactors, saying a lot of things. And before I proceed, watch these receipts, so that you don't say that Max One, you are speaking just things that it is for your own. Watch these receipts and tell me. Because for me, as Max One, I usually keep quiet. I don't have issues. I was focusing, trying to tell David Jr. stop doing this. Because what we are trying to do to these vulnerable people later in years, when they will have no place to go, when these children will be growing, you will receive a lot of tears. So you better stop it. Stop acquiring all the entire land from one family just because they are drunkards, just because they don't have anyone to speak for them, just buying the piece of land in peanuts. So I was busy. I don't know, when I was busy, Mayuguno and the Nasto, they were busy attacking, abusing until saying that we need to be disciplined. For me, I don't fear being disciplined. But when you are disciplining me, make sure that you come in a good way. Come in a good way. Come in a well-arranged manner. Because I usually say you should not start the fire that you can't put out. You know? I told David Jr., you've started this thing, but you are the one to end it. I don't know how you will end it. And also Mayuguno and Nasto, they are starting the fire. I want just to send this message to them. But after you watching this receipt, watch this, my family, as we proceed.
Very fine. Yeah,
we are here in the
I was
village,
passing
man.
by. I said, "Let me
Village,
also."
too much drama.
Yeah, too much drama.
Drama. But we know how we deal with that.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about Mayugno with the drama in the village. You know, that is what sometimes brings back the development.
Yeah.
Because as a young man or a youth, you're trying to grow yourself.
Yeah.
But there's someone back there always trying to pull you back. Exactly. Mayugno, where are you going?
Imagine.
Come back. Go down.
No, but I realized those boys in Yabuanse, they need discipline at least.
Yes.
One day you need to give one discipline.
Yes.
And they will realize to talk bad about someone even can make you a death.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It's not a threat, but it's just to encourage the youths. Also, try your best also to don't bring someone down.
To be honest, let me tell Nyaboanse guys, if you are out there, just know Nyaboanse is one of the biggest peaceful village.
Peaceful village.
Man, border, you can't speak that in border for someone.
Yeah.
That is trust me.
Yeah. In most places.
We live here.
Yeah. Even in the US.
This is Nyaboanse. We don't want maybe to compare with the other things because there are people who speak like, your village is bad, people hate each other and everything. Let me tell you, it's not like in my village. No, it's some people who are a few of them, and they see that like a platform to create money. You know, but here in our area we're coming from, religion.
The region.
The region where we are right now here.
Ukiona nakupeleka hapa, una change njia. Yeah, so you don't do what it wants. Yeah, so that's how sometimes in the compound, when I want to take it out, I change the direction. You again change until now it knows that you are the guide. Yeah, you are in control. Yeah, so maybe the walk will end here. Yeah, because my friend was not prepared for the walk, but I'm really glad that Bella is doing good and also Buba is in good condition. Yeah, so we're just hoping that after maybe a month they can.
So that is Mayuguno and Nasto. They are trying to say that the reactors, the one pulling them down. Now let me ask my family in a humble way. Me as Max One, how have I brought Nasto down? That's the question that I want to ask myself, because I don't even remember the last time I talked about Nasto. And I've never talked about him, maybe about his progress, about his subscribers. I've never. But you feel like I don't understand why Nasto can come out and he starts, you know, like, oh, these reactors, they're the one pulling us down, they're the one don't want us. So they're calling us names. Now let me tell you, Nasto, because you think you're so intelligent. And I'm saying this very seriously. The time when you said that your dogs had been stolen, you know very well what you did about those dogs. You know very well that there's one of the subscriber who sent you money to buy those dogs. Very expensively. Because one dog goes at 50,000 Kenyan shillings. You bought 2 dogs. So after they had grown, they are now becoming big. You came with the content, with a video. You told your subscribers that, you know what, my dogs have been stolen. Since the generation, I've never heard that dogs have been stolen, because the dogs are supposed to to put, not unless those were flowers, not dogs. Not unless those were goats. Not unless you are keeping the cows, or you are keeping the cats in the compound, but not dogs. The dogs are supposed to give the security, because those dogs were being trained. And you know, once a dog is being trained, even when you want to knock the door, you have to call first. Please help me to come out. Now you came to challenge your own subscribers, and you said very clearly that my dogs have been stolen. I kept quiet because I was doing my own investigation here and there, like, oh, the dogs have been stolen. This is a new one. This is the biggest drama that I've ever had. And the same night, we heard that Mama Ann's family, the cow had been stolen. I said, but the cows here, people steal the cows. But when it comes to dogs, then our village is growing, is advancing, because if now there's stealing of dogs who that bites the people, then there's something that is not going good in our village. But the truth is that the truth from the reliable sources, the way it comes out, is that Nasto sold the dogs. Because those dogs were not so big. You know, here, the good thing about these dogs that are being bought and sold is that you can even buy when they're so big. You can buy them. You know, you can buy them. So long as you have someone who will train them slowly by slowly, so that they know you. With time, they just know you. There is no problem. So long as you have a trainer, no problem. Now, Nasto, let me tell you. You know, the subscribers, you might be wondering why he sold the dogs. Let me tell you why he sold those dogs. Those dogs, they're eating like human beings. You have to feed them like human beings. And you know, Nasto is not a rich person. He depends on the subscribers to send donations for him to build up his home. Subscribers to send everything for him to come up. Because even the salary which the YouTubers do get, it feels so a lot of pain for them to remove it from the pocket to start doing their own things. So those dogs, they were eating like human beings. Imagine, during lunchtime, they have to take 2 kgs of meat. 2 kg of meat, and 1 kg is 500 plus. So 2 kg is 1,000. And they have to eat twice in a day. And the food had to be cooked very well. You saw Dimwango was cooking for the dogs. They eat meat, and they don't eat raw meat. You have to cook the meat. And tell me, who is supposed to cook for them? Nasto? Nasto cannot cook for them. He cannot. So he tried something that he cannot finish. He tried, you know, it is only that in our village here, you want to live a lifestyle, the Western they are living, but we don't have the resources. We don't have what it takes to keep what we have to keep. Now, because he tried, and he saw, even the subscriber got tired, because each and every day the dogs have to eat. Each and every day the dogs have to eat. So the subscriber told him, why can't you even feed them for 1 week? Then I will arrange myself and do something. Nasto said, oh, me? Go to the butcher, 2,000 per day, come, cook for them, put some ingredient inside. Are they my babies? No. Let me come with a video and say the dogs were being stolen. The dogs went. And Nasto is very clever. The meat that had left, he was now throwing it at the gate, saying that, someone came and he was throwing meat. He was throwing meat for them. Throwing meat, how comes that now, after throwing, what made him to tie them? How did he hold them if he was throwing the meat? So sometimes, when you see us quiet, don't think that we don't know what is going around. And let me tell you, you've started what you can't finish. Because we know everything that you've been doing is just begging. You do a video, you come with a story. We want to do something here. The camera is up. The house is leaking. What? This and this. So that the subscribers say, we want to send you money, you start a very, very big house. Because now you are saying that you are the one bringing you down. Because me, I've never talked about you in a negative way. But since you've talked about me and you've wished me death, you've wished me to be attacked, you've wished me to be disciplined. Now let me tell you something, young man. I'm watching you. My eyes are on you. I'll be now watching you. You are not an exemption. In my reaction, you're not an exemption. Just know that. Not unless you apologize. And you will apologize. Because me, I don't fear you, you know. I don't fear anyone, you know. You will apologize. Because what I'm seeing people doing in this village is just fooling people. You just fool people around, and people just take your lies in. So tell your subscriber who sent you money to buy the dogs that I sold the dogs, because the expenditure was so much high than what myself I was taking in my house. Simple. And the subscriber won't beat you. And now you went and bought the local dogs. Because that is your life. That is your standard. That is now where you are supposed to live. That's the life you are supposed to live. Don't, and I usually say, do not, want to live a life which you cannot. And you know very well that you are depending on people's pockets for them to give it something for you to, and you want to live a very high standard. Crying, begging each and every time. Oh, I want you to build for me this. I want you to do this for me. I want you to do this for me. Even for them, they have got their own families. They have got their own problems. So Nasto, you went to Mayuguno's home to attack us. Thank you so much. But the reaction will continue. So let me, on the same note, let me come to Mayuguno. Now Mayuguno is saying that, they're the one, they don't want to see us progress. Let me ask you, were we there when you were separating with your mom? When you were separating with Mama Grace who was sending you money for you to build a home? Building 3 homes at the same time, 3 houses at the same time. Were we there? Was I, Max One, was I responsible to call Mama Grace and tell him that stop sending money to Mayuguno? You know what you did. Sometimes I usually tell even my fellow brothers from the village that let us be transparent. Let us not eat so much, more than it is required. I don't think that those people who are supporting out, they know. They know. They usually know the price of the cement. They usually know the price of the steel bar. They know the price of the ballast. They know the price of the sand. Huh? But you want to fool them around, fooling them around. Now, was I Max One responsible when you are having your own communication with your subscribers? Huh? Did I come out? Huh? Did I come out to say anything about what you're doing? Did I come out to say anything? Huh? Do I even know your subscribers who had been supporting you? I only knew Mama Grace, because you are also always saying this Mama Grace house is the one building it. But we were shocked when it was complete. You jumped in, even without saying thank you to Mama Grace. Huh? Are we the one who told Mama Grace to shift to Mama Ann's family? No, we were not. So don't take your mistakes and you want to blame us. You are taking your own mistakes, but you want to blame us. You are taking your own wrongs, you want to bring to other people. When you are busy fighting, go to the widow, plus those other your friends that you came with from Tanzania. Huh? You know, people, you come from somewhere. People comes and welcomes you. Instead of you being a good person, you are not trying to try to be a gangster. You know, you're trying to tell us that you are a gangster. You can do people. You know what happened at the border. You know people have been beaten. You know people have been disciplined. Let me tell you, we've seen those borders. Don't think that we've been living an easy life. We've seen those things. And what are you saying, young man? What are you saying? Now whom are you threatening? You're threatening Max One, or you're threatening the other reactors from the village? When you are busy saying that Go to the Wood is the one taking your subscribers and was watching. And even your wife was brought out to say the truth. And she was defending Go to the Widow, saying that for sure Go to the Widow he is innocent. But you are trying to take your own mistakes. You are trying to wash yourself to be so clean. You know, when you are keeping quiet, don't think that we are stupid. For us, me as Max One, I'm one of the people who wants to see my brothers proceed. But in a good way. Not scamming here, not begging a lot. Not taking people for granted, not taking subscribers for full, you know. Respect those people who are helping you out. Know their value. Know that they sacrifice a lot. Even others they don't eat, they sacrifice to send you something. You better your life, because you always cry here that you are poor. Some even they do say they are widows. Some even they do say they are orphans. You know, they sacrifice. Oh, let me help this orphan, because this orphan doesn't have anyone. But when you see what they are trying to do with the support that they are being given, you wonder, this is an upright person. Does he think? So don't blame yourself for your fall, your downfall, and now you want to bring us. And now you want to come together. There's no one, because you started together. You started fighting yourselves. You are together. You, Nasto, plus the other one. You are together when you are starting. But at least a time when money controlled you, when you held your own heads, you started hating each other for no reason. Because you felt like, oh, Mayuguno felt like, if I bring Majake close to me, he will take my subscribers. If I bring Nasto together, too close to me so much, because I'm having subscribers who are sending me money heavily daily. He will see, let me support this, let me support that. And Nasto the same way, he saw, when I bring Majake close to me, because I'm blessed with some subscribers who have got a lot of money, they will end up supporting Majake. So you split your own team, and now you are coming when things have fallen apart. Shame on you. Now when things are fallen apart, now you are trying to come together, like now, trying to restrain yourself, trying now to bring yourself to get to comfort each other, that now you know. And Nasto, you know, is laughing, you know, is always laughing to you. Huh? Because when I remember when Nasto was starting a YouTube content with Majake at Majake's place, at that time even they were planting some kales. They had a small project of planting kales, fencing it. But when Nasto started receiving money, he started being alone. Alone. And that is how the YouTubers lives in this our community. You don't remember a friend whom you've been suffering with. Now when things are falling apart, you just go back and say, you know, the reactors, the reactors what? For us, we speak the truth the way it is. And for us, we are here to stand to the correct mistakes. We are not here to pull anyone down. We are not here to pull anyone down. And that is the truth, and that is the fact. So blame your own mistakes. And even when Ayamaro came of recent here, at the village here, he said he won't take you in until you get back to your senses, because you spent a lot, I don't know, doing what. Today you are with this Muzungu trying to say this is my baby. Tomorrow I found a good love. So the other day I have found this. The other day meet her. Now which is which? Stop contradicting yourself, young man, and stop like trying to bring these kind of threats. You know very well that Mama Samia, the president of Tanzania, said very well, you know, said very well that the Kenyans are not welcomed in Tanzania, you know. But for us, we Kenyans, we welcome the Tanzanians. They usually come buy lands here. And after buying lands, we accommodate them as our brothers. They end up telling us about the border. How the... My friend, don't think people are stupid. Don't think people are stupid. Correct your own mistakes. Apologize to your own subscribers. If you made some mistakes, go and apologize. But don't try to bring empty words here that, you know, the reactors, they are trying to pull us down. Blame your own greediness. You know, blame your own greediness. So from today, we will just be watching each other. Let us now watch each other, because when we are quiet, when even we don't want to speak, you are there like, oh, why is Max One not speaking? I've now spoken. My family, let me go to Ayamaro. You know, Ayamaro is our brother. He's our brother. And when he came to this village, let me start when he came to this village, what he said. And I have the receipt. When an international visitor, a Jamaican, came to this village, he had nothing to offer. Actually, he had nothing to offer. He came with another lady. And because Ayamaro, you know, when you don't have anything on hand, no friendship. After one day, we were told that he went back. After one day, imagine, you travel from US, you come to the village, you just spent one day. The other day you go. It is because he had nothing to offer. He had nothing to offer. But I remember vividly what he said. He said from his mouth that, more especially when that lady tried to give a shout out on his YouTube channel, he said, we've come as a family, we've sat down, me, my wife, my family, the entire family of Congrats Mom, we've sat down and we've agreed there's no shout outs. Because right now, we are busy. We want to at least know right now I'm a father, I'm a procedure mother, we need peace of mind, we need space. That is what he said. That is what he said, not me. Or if you think I'm lying, watch these receipts, because maybe you think Max One usually says things that don't exist. What this one? He gave a stopper to this lady, and this lady was like, you know, she was left speechless. And you know, is the one who asked her, what is your name? And the lady went ahead and said, my name is... No. Watch this.
No, I think he's a real person.
Oh, her name might be Grace.
Yeah, it could be Grace.
Yeah.
Could be a real person. I told her to take any gumboots.
Yeah, she should be back. Oh, this one has the steel toe cap.
Yes, it's talking about gumboots. Both very nice gumboots.
Yeah.
Very heavy, very nice.
They're heavy.
Green one. And here we have our visitor having. What's your name actually?
My name is Marie M-A-R-I-I. But on YouTube is Marie K-E.
Yeah,
M-A.
we are really avoiding to give people shout outs.
Okay.
Because we don't want more issues.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think I explained to you.
That's right as well. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Because it drains us.
Yeah, I understand.
So
And it feels bad
at this point,
someone.
we are trying to be just on our own.
Yeah.
At least we see how things can improve. You know.
It's
Yes.
real. If you put your boundaries.
Yeah.
And you avoid, because you don't
We are really
know if-
avoiding. We are really avoiding 100%. Like it's actually non-negotiable because it's something like a whole family we've agreed we will follow. And I don't want to be the guy who is breaking the rules.
Yes.
Yeah. Now even I have a wife, I have a kid.
So you have to respect them.
I have to respect them as well because sometimes people bring unnecessary drama and we are like, you know, we could have done good without them around us. For example, we would not have this person abusing us if we didn't welcome them. You know.
Yeah.
Ayamaro. Kwaheri. So guys, I'm taking Lenny around the village just to see Nyabohanse, and we bought this rungu in the market today. And how are you feeling the air here?
Watching that, my family, you can see, you are able to see for your own self, you are able to see that Max One, I'm not saying things that don't exist. You know, let us always keep what we say. Let us not forget so easily, you know, like now you might be wondering, why is Max One bringing this topic? I'm bringing this topic because after him saying that he doesn't want any interference, he doesn't want any people, he needs space as a dad. What is the invitation card for? Why is he inviting people in the villa? Right now, why is he inviting? And at the same time, he was there fooling people that you know, when you don't want to help someone, tell that person I don't want to help you because you don't have anything to offer. Because you've not come with the CCTV, you've not come with the solars, you've not come with the presents, you've not come with the dollars. So there's nothing that we are going to discuss. The only thing that I can do is just to take you around, show you the Jamaican grandma's land, and tomorrow you will be flying back because you don't have any business. So, my brother, always keep what you say. Let people understand you. Let us even us understand you. Because when we understand you, that you keep the words that you say, we will respect you. But if today you are speaking A, tomorrow you are speaking B, tomorrow part 1 C, and you are forgetting even what you say at A. Well, now you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked why it is an invitation time. You'll be shocked why Ayamaro is now saying that he has a debt of $4,000. One, he knows very well when Jamaican uncle was here, he removed all his generators. He removed all the generators. He removed the generators. And he was like, oh, uncle, what do you see about the state of my generator? Do you think it is going to help me? each and every day was like, no electricity, no electricity, no electricity. He will bring the people to open up the generator, the uncle is there, so that the uncle, you know, he adds himself and say, let me bring for you the solars. And that is what happened. The uncle went out, brought the solars worth $10,000, came and installed. And now he kept quiet. After that, he came with a plan and said, let me fool the subscribers that have bought the land for the Jamaican uncle, so that people might not run with this thing that, oh, what can you give back to Jamaican uncle? And that is what I usually say. Change the name from your names. Let Jamaican uncle, if it is possible, for him to own a land in this village, more than, you know, taking people for a ride. Yes. And when I speak those things, all intelligent people understand what I say. And I'm telling you, this is a begging season. A begging season. And it has started. Oh, this garage is expensive. Very expensive. You can see the ballast is worth 33,000 Kenyan shillings. One tipper, equivalent to 6 tippers trucks of sand. Very expensive. And you see I've poured the entire. If I could have put the iron sheets, it could have spoiled the shape of the big house. Now let me ask you, you know, if you can't afford to do two things at a time, why can't you do one? You started with the kitchen. People gave you support. Before even you complete the kitchen, you said, let me start, because people, they have started coming in, chipping in. Let me run and start a garage. Why can't you finish one thing? After finishing, come with an idea. And let me tell you, the people who are coming to the villa, Ayamaro is going to use them to complete that garage. He's going to use them to buy other Land Cruiser. He's going to buy a Mercedes Benz for the family. That is his aim, and that is why I'm telling you, this season, you will see wonders. You will see wonders. You know, I was shocked. Ayamaro coming out and saying that I have a debt of $4,000. Surely. People have bought for your Land Cruiser. People are ready for you to finish your kitchen. People, they've been there supporting you right center. Installing the CCTV. Installing everything in that home. You don't even use your cent. When you had the party, people were coming with a lot of gifts. But what they get in return? Or instead of you crying, let me give you an idea. Instead of you crying, you have a lot of lands here. Why can't you sell two? Come finish your garage, finish your kitchen. Instead of you crying to the subscribers, and you are very big YouTubers. And I usually ask myself, if you are crying that you have a debt of this and this, how about Max 1? So if I say something, people will be coming to say, you are now begging, but they don't see the other side. But let us call it a spade a spade. What these receipts, because it is not my words, but I want to advise my brother. Before you watch these receipts, I just want to advise him. I want just to tell him that you know, no one hates you. And you know very well, no one hates you. But people are supposed to learn from you. Now when you start crying, what of other people from the village? And people knows very well that you've acquired a lot. You've acquired a lot. Your sister, your brother. You've acquired a lot. So when you're crying, we don't understand. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Sometimes I don't get it, you know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it is life, you know. People must be rich. People want to be rich, to be multimillionaires, to be billionaires, to be trillionaires, to be, you know. Yeah. Let us call it a spade a spade. Let us just leave it the way it is. There's no problem. But I want to say, and also you must cry, because right now everyone needs money. No labor for free, no worshipping anyone. Everyone has now come back to his senses. Yeah, you know, nothing for free. So you have to give. You have to go to the pocket to give. You must give. And I'm telling you for free. You must give. There's nothing for free. Even those who are working for free, they came out and they were like, we don't want this, we don't want that. So that is it. Nothing for free right now. So you have to cry. You will cry, 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 and cry. You know? But when you are crying, others, you are wondering why you are crying, because God has blessed you more than it can take to bless other people. Why are you crying? If you cry, what about the other upcoming YouTubers? What are they supposed to do? They're supposed to do a video begging each and every day. So watch this video to the end. Watch these receipts, my family. Tell me what you think about this video. We are not hating anyone. We are here to correct what we see is not going on well. So thank you so much. Let us see each other in the next. And don't forget that I love you so much.
So the Land Cruiser can pass and things like that. One thing, guys, is I'm honestly broke. Sometimes it's sad to say something like that. But building this house, I had no plan of building it. Initially, I thought I would put iron sheets here, but in the process of constructing this, when we had not put this slab, I went up there and I looked here, then I said, oh, if I put iron sheets here, it will lower the value of the big house, the villa, because this is a permanent structure that I'm putting here. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go hard. Yes, I know I don't have enough money, but I'll just go. You know, always sometimes it's good you give yourself some hope, you know, just do it, you know that. So I gave myself hope. I said, I know I don't have money, I will do it. Actually, right now I have debts of close to $4,000 I bought cement and some materials that I put here. So that is the big deal. But again, I'm happy that at least I didn't get money, or I didn't go and loan money in a bank. It's a friend of mine, the guy who supplied me with the cement of the villa. He really believes in me. He loaned me and said, Maro, don't worry, I don't want you to stop. Just construct. Because as I told you guys, my initial intention was to put iron sheets on top here. But I looked and said, let me put a slab. This is a slab, this one. This is a slab. So let me put a slab here so that it can still give a good value to the villa. And sure enough, I talked to the owner of the guy who supplies the cement. He told me, Marwa, we've worked together, because actually when I was building the villa, or I'm still building it every day, there's something I'm adding on it. I have bought 70% of the materials of that villa, like cement, things like that, from him. He said, Marwa, I'll give you this construction material, but at the end of the month, you pay me. So, yeah, and I'll commit myself. Another thing is also, when I was in Argentina, I was not really making a lot of money on these platforms of YouTube. So at least now my views have gone back to kind of normal. So at least I can say, at least something is coming, which can help me progress. But why am I saying that? Sometimes we have fear in ourselves. We have a lot of doubts. Even sometimes we worry more about money than the mission that we have. For example, yes, I didn't have all the money to construct this house. It looks small like this, but if I tell you guys, I've spent close to 20,000 US here. 20,000 US, you won't believe it. But this is the hardest part when constructing, where we are. We finished the hardest part. Going up is as easy as A, B, C, D. Because going up, for example, all you need is metal, ballast, cement. Metal, ballast, cement. Because those are the most expensive things. Metals are these metals, these ones. And especially when you do one more slab up, you'll need to cover all this space with metal. That is the most expensive thing when coming to construction. Me, I always say if you have metal and you have ballast, that house is over. Because for example, one ballast, when I say ballast, I mean tipper of ballast, like this one here. Let me show you. There's one over there. I think you can see this one. See that over there? That is one. That one here in the village is 33,000 Kenyan shillings, which is close to $280. Okay, $280 here in the village. The same one tipper of ballast, if you really want to bring in, instead of ballast, you bring in sand, you'll have a minimum of 6 tippers. So you can imagine 6 tippers of sand, or you get one of ballast. That's why I say if you have ballast and you have metal, but the most costly thing while building is metal. And also nowadays cement is turning out to be expensive. It used to be 500 Kenyan shillings when I started building the villa, like 520. That is like $4, you know, or $4.50. Now it's 920. It has nearly doubled. So we're talking about $8 per cement of bag. So $80 you get 10.